What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, we're creating a portrait illustration of future Trunks from Dragon Ball. Let's set up today's drawing with a series of guidelines to help with the symmetry and balance of the head. We're going to start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So let's start from the very top. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. Now let's go to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now I want to use these lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from that center point, let's step up, mark off the top of our circle. Now I want to measure that same distance from the center down towards the bottom. And then we'll repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over toward the left and then the right. Now I want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. I'm just going to rough this in. The circle doesn't have to be perfect. Just want to get the right size and placement in the center of our page. Let's add another line coming down the side of our circle. So we'll start with the left side and then the right. And I'll add one more line going across the bottom of our circle. Now from here, we're going to start blocking out the basic shape of the head. Let's start with the brow. We're going to start from the center of our circle on the bottom. It's going to angle this up and then out toward the left side of our circle. Do the same thing on the right. From the outside, let's angle the eyebrows coming down and then out towards the bottom of our circle. Go in with a short line. And I'm just going to taper this down towards the inside, towards the center. Let's create a gap in between the eyes. So from that center line, let's move over toward the left, draw a short line going up, and do the same thing on the right. Now let's work our way around the outside of the eyes. So from the brow, angle this down and then in. I'm going to curve this in and then down toward the inside of the brow. Let's just tuck this up and in underneath along the inside. From the center, let's step down. Just going to draw two angled lines going up across the side of the nose. And then on the left side, angle this up and in towards the center. Now I want to draw in the mouth. Let's draw a curve, starting from the left, coming down just underneath the tip of the nose, going up towards the side, come straight down towards the bottom, and a curve that's up and then down. Just underneath the mouth, draw a short line going across the lip, step down, draw another line going all the way across from left to right. Now let's add some shape to the outside of the head. From the top of the eye, let's step out towards the side. It's going to angle this down and then in towards the jaw to right about here, towards the same height as the mouth. And do the same thing on the right. It's going to angle this down and then in towards the chin, towards the point. Now we're going to go back to the side of the head. Just going to draw in the ears. We're going to angle this up and out. Come down and in. And then slope this back in towards the side of the head. Now along the top, we're just going to add some shape to the hair. Let's start from the center point, angle this up and out towards the left and right. Now I want to curve the hair coming down across the top of the ear, and we'll bend that up and out. Let's do the same thing on the right. Coming across just above the eyes, across the ear, and then up. Now let's go back to the center, go up and then out towards the top. I just want to trace the top of the hair. We're just going to taper this. So it just goes out and then down towards the side of our circle. And then just taper towards the end. Let's add another layer. From the center, step up, then this up and then out. Go out and then down towards the side. And we'll just curl that back up towards the tip. Let's just tuck this in underneath. Come down and then in. Let's add another layer. From the center, going up and then out. I'm going to bend this out and then up towards the tip. Come down and then bend that in. Now I'm going to start to bring these points going up towards the center. Let's start back in the middle, going up and out on either side. Go out and then up. Bend this around and then back in. Now we're going to add one more on either side, going out bend this up towards the top, and then bend this out and then down. Let's add one point in the center, just bent over towards the right, and just curve that back in. Now I'm going to go back and add a couple more points in between. So start along the top, just bending this up and in, just working our way out. Let's add one more along the side. Now let's move down and roughen the detail across the neck. We're going to start from the bottom of the ears, angle the neck coming down and then out towards the side. And you want to layer the scarf on top of the head. We're going to start over on the left, come down across the chin, and then back up. Let's go underneath the earlobes, bend the scarf going out and then down towards the side. Bend this down and then in to create a fold. And then going out towards the side, let's slope the shoulders, coming down and then out. Now we're going to go back and clean up our drawing by erasing these guidelines. Just going to erase the majority of that circle that we created at the beginning. Now we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us refine the shape and add some more detail. Let's start with the inside of the brow. Start by adding that fold, coming up and in. And I'm just going to add a few more folds on the inside, coming in towards the middle. And then just working our way across the bottom edge of the brow, giving it a slight bend, going out towards the side. Let's add some of those shadow marks across the bottom of the eye. Now we want to tuck the pupils in underneath the brow. So we're just going to lightly sketch this in to get the right placement. We can go back and just darken that up once we get the right placement in the center. Now I'm just going to work our way across the edge of the hairline. Just give me a little bit more shape. I'll add a little bit of texture along the underside of the hair. I'm just going to enhance those folds across the scarf, going around the neck. Now we're just working our way up towards the top. So adding these folds and texture along the inside of the hair. And we're going to go back and just clean up our drawing one final time before we add some more detail. Now we're just going to go back and just darken up our contrast, and again just continue to add some more detail and refine the shapes. Now we're going to go and start adding some shadows and various tones. So we start by shading in the underside of the hair using the side edge of our pencil. I'm just going to lightly bring that shadow across the center of the forehead and just fade that down towards the bottom. Add a dark shadow underneath the neck. And then with the hair, it's going to add a shadow across the center, just pulling this up and then out towards the side. And we'll just blend that shadow coming back in from the tips, coming across the bottom, and then bending that up. I'm just going back and just adding in a shadow line. Now as we get near the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of future Trunks from Dragon Ball. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.